Happy Thursday, everybody. So on this week, we're just going to kind of go over the overall market, kind of my sentiments, and just overall action. So last week, we were pretty much at the dead lows, and we were fighting to avoid busting even those lows. So one of the key things that I've been looking at is kind of the long-term picture. So early 2016. Draw a simple trend line all the way up from there, and we finally breached that this year, and we've retested and we've failed at least 3 times. So there's the 1, 2, 3. I find this pretty significant in the overall trend of where I think the market is going. And I had stated this a few times on last week that if we didn't, the 275 was kind of key in holding this, and then a break through the 280, I think it was 282 area, is very important on if we want to have the market continue on its upward momentum. So the fact that we had some moves happen just in the last 2 days of this large significance, it plays a pretty big role in, overall direction of the market. Got to realize in the last 10 years, we have pretty much been on a straight up move. So, kind of be aware of that. We haven't really had any bad times since about 2008. That's a pretty long, lengthy time for just overall goodness in the market. So kind of be aware of that. Sitting on your hands is a perfectly viable thing. Cash is also positioned. So be aware of that. And just trade the best you can. The sectors that we are still kind of focused on, as far as myself, marijuana is still one of those areas. So CGC, MJ is just going to be an ETF of the overall market. It's back down in the area of interest to me. So looking at these names and paying close attention to these are, still on my radar. Good entries, not chasing entries, but you got to be also cognizant of what the overall market is doing. So, bear in mind that if a chart looks great, but the overall market is in a risk-off mode, you don't want to be trading like you normally would be if the market were in just a normal uptrend. So just kind of be aware of that. Also, another area of interest is starting to get in these areas that are viable for bounces. So the Big Daddy Bitcoin has lost about 50% of its value in the matter of a month. I do expect this to probably wash out maybe in the futures under 3,000 for a potential good trade, back up in like the 4,500 area. So that is kind of the market sentiment overall. It is a pure risk off, in my opinion, as far as the SPY goes. So just kind of be aware of that and trade accordingly. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week.